process, just evaluating how's the operation, is the operation running smoothly, and now the huddle, the communication with everyone on the field. Is he just making really good decisions? Sometimes not getting too caught up in the results, but really is the process right, and usually the results will follow over time. And so it was good to get those guys out there, obviously first of a few opportunities that'll be moving forward with these preseason games, and so excited for those guys.
What did you see out of Steen on the right guard? What did you see out of Steen in his return and playing Friday night?
Yeah, it's just good to see him back out there, get him going, and so he did a nice job. There's obviously it's the first preseason game for everyone. We're going to keep letting this thing grow, and so we're excited with where all these guys are.
Where are you right now with the comfortability of the depth at receiver right now, and is there something you'd like to see out of the guys who are further down?
No, I think we're just really excited about these guys and their opportunities that they're being presented, and so guys are stepping up, making plays. We're continuing to let this whole process play itself out. I think the fun part this time of year is to play with different personnel mixes, putting different guys out on the field together, and so kind of a mix and match game, trying to see how all this would play out under those circumstances. So it's been fun.
What did you learn about the O-line depth, guys like Trevor Keegan, other guys like that?
Yeah, obviously really excited about those guys. It was awesome to see those guys, and I think just the play style, the double teams and the run game, the physicality, the finish, all the things that we've been preaching all offseason with Nick and Stout, and so when you see it come up, you're really excited about these guys.
What led you to playing Kennard the whole time at right tackle as opposed to something in there?
Yeah, there's just different rotations, different opportunities. We're really excited to let him play that thing at right tackle, play a lot of snaps, and I thought his play style was really came out. His physicality, where he finished on blocks, and so a lot of positives.
Kellen, with Will Shipley, where do you feel he is in terms of pass protection?
Yeah, Will's done a nice job. Obviously he's transitioned. Anyone who's coming from the college game to the NFL game, you tend to protection's a little bit more of a beast, both mentally and physically. There's just more variables, and so he's done a nice job with it, and we're excited with where he's going.
Did you learn anything about Mackay at right guard in the game setting?
Yeah, again, I thought he did a nice job. For an opportunity to get in there, play in the game at right guard, just the more opportunities we have there, it'll be better and better for him. But he did a nice job.
It talks about how you want a clean operation on offense foremost, without fielding some of your emotions and some of the things you like to do. First team also. Where are you finding your spots so that week one you have a clean operation?
Yeah, obviously with the ones, we have a joint practice coming up. That'll be huge. And the one thing Nick does a really good job of is giving us call-it situations in practice throughout this thing. And so where we're having to operate like it's a game, coming in and out of the huddle from the sideline with personnel, I'm having to call based off the situation that's being presented. And so all those situations, I think, prepare us for when you're in those situations where it's not scripted. You don't know it's first, then second, and third. You may have a success. You may be behind the chains. All those things are really good for us, and it's a good situation to continue to talk through. And we're going to like something, we're not going to like something. We're going to be able to work through all those things.
To quickly follow on that. So in practice, you're basically getting the plays that we're seeing rotate in and out. You're looking at that and calling a play off of that.
Sorry, say that again.
You mentioned like how he's simulating that in practice, so you're seeing different personnel on defense during practices and calling based on that?
Yeah, I think some of practice is scripted, and I think sometimes we want to get into call-it situations where we just put the ball down and play, and they're going to do the best judgment of whether it's a tackle, whether it's a first down, all those different things. But we're just playing out those situations, and we're calling it like it would be a game. Based off those circumstances, how we're going to substitute, what plays we're going to call based off those situations, and so that's really good work for us.
You're facing three defenses that might actually be willing to blitz you in preseason games, kind of get you live reps against pressure looks. How beneficial is it, considering how much of an emphasis that's been, sorting out, answers against the blitz?
Yeah, excellent. Anytime you go through preseason, you play different styles. I think we're really excited about that. We're getting 3 different styles presented to us, and so a lot of good work, a lot of different looks that we have to see, and the more we get exposed to prior to the season is just going to help us, because throughout the season you're out to use different tools, different looks, have different challenges week in and week out, and so the more we're presenting these guys, the better we're going to be in the long term.
Are there things you didn't like Friday night that you'd like to see improved on Tuesday and Thursday this week, and what are those areas?
I mean, there's always the element of trying to play cleaner football. Obviously, the penalties nagged us a little bit just in stalling out some drives around midfield, not able to get into a position where we can at least get 3 or obviously continue the drive for a touchdown. And so, great example of how those can kind of kill momentum, and then we got to chip away at it, and we just got to find a way to, overcome those situations. If it's 1st and 15, 1st and 20, how do we play that out so we can give ourselves opportunity to keep moving? So,
Do you want to see McKee more with the twos?
Tanner? Tanner's done a nice job. I think Kenny and Tanner, we like both these guys, and they're doing an excellent job. And so we're continuing to give those guys as many opportunities as we can within practice and preseason. Obviously, the lens sometimes gets magnified to preseason games, but these guys are getting lots of work. We love both these guys. Will's here as well. That he's played a bunch of football in this league. He's smart, and so we feel fortunate to have the 4 guys that we have.
He does so well. Britton Covey, what do you think he does well?
Covey's just a really smart player, great spatial awareness. Obviously, he has an exceptional ability to play with the ball in his hands, but even as a receiver, you can't lose sight on that element of he runs really clean routes. He finds a way to be open. A lot of positives with him.
The longest pass was 11 yards. The yards per attempt were low overall. Is that is that the approach in the preseason, or is it the short and intermediate game? Is that something you want to emphasize this year?
Obviously, you'd love to get the ball down. Obviously, explosives are a big indicator of successful offenses, and so obviously that's an element. But at the same time, preseason games are structured a little bit different. But obviously, we have a few opportunities. Hopefully, we can hit on a couple of these. We took a couple shots down the sideline, and we weren't able to hit a couple of them. So.
What do you see when you have both Saquon and guys like Kenny Gainwell shipping together on the field together? What advantages do you think that gives you guys on the offense?
Yeah, obviously we feel really good about all 3 running backs. Anytime you have 3 like that, hey, is there a place to put 2 of them on the field? It's something for us definitely to explore. And so, figure out that rotation as a running back. And hey, if by game plan it fits into the mold that we can put 2 of these guys on the field, I think it's an excellent opportunity because all 3 are very diverse players. They can play multiple positions. They can do multiple things. So, real positive.
What coordination do you have with Vic on a day-to-day basis as far as the looks you might want to see from the defense?
Yeah, I think we're constantly in communication, just different things that we can help each other out with, whether it be a look for them or a look for us. We get a lot of variety from Vic, which is really good. So we get exposed to a lot of different things, and so it's been really good training camp.
Yeah, in the past you've used H-backs and fullbacks. Do you still see in the future, in the current scheme of the NFL today, do you still see a use for them? And if so, do you have any guys you think are
Yeah, you never know. Obviously, we've utilized them in different places in the past. Love it. We'll see if it fits. Long season, sometimes you need different tools, but it's always available. So we'll see how it progresses.
Is there communication with New England at all? Like, here's looks we want, or you don't know what they're going to come out with?
We'll get through that process kind of starting this afternoon, kind of shifting our gears from this practice into New England. So we'll see how that plays out, but it'll be good.
Thank you, Kellen.
Okay, thanks.